So, hi everyone. So I'm just going to put this up on my TV so that I can, the right one? No. Disconnect. So, hi everyone. So I'm just going to put this up on my, there we go. Right, there I am. Patience, soul family, patience. Oh, gold. See, what there must be something here about sight, right? It's either something about needing to use your throat chakra and speak up, and you can't be silenced. It is that actually, because look, say no is the only card that's in the shot. So yeah, there's something about not being able to be silenced at this time, or you can't hold your truth in about something. Yes, I think that's it, because that would fit very much with what I've been sensing and synchronicities that have happened, and my friend that just messaged me. Yes. Anyway, so I actually filmed A Minute with the Moon for Sunday and Monday on Friday night when, because the one where that's my onesie, by the way, I was sitting in my onesie. But it was quite funny because for the one that I done for today, because basically they're not working. The one for today and the one for tomorrow are not working. When that happens, it happens for a reason. I think it's got something to do with my phone memory is totally full. So I'm trying to delete all the shit in it, but I just tried to film the video on the phone and it wasn't letting me. So I'm just going to have to sit forever and delete shit, and I can't be arsed with stuff like that. But I'm going to have to, because it stops like the messages coming in and shit like that, and it stops you being able to film videos. But I rarely film videos on I only started filming videos on my phone again very recently, because you can see me shuffling, so but you can do it on here. So anyway, so sorry, I know this isn't the best setup, but it's just because my tea's going to be ready like any minute now. But it's fine if it's fine if I leave it another sort of 10 minutes. I was just heating something up. So, because I've done the cooking from scratch yesterday so that I can do sweet FA today, because that's what Sundays are for. Sundays and Mondays for me. Saturday, Sunday and Mondays, because Mondays are my day off. So I'm in total chill mode. The affirmation for today is I exercise because it is not only good for me, but also fun. And I was laughing. And also today's the 27th as I'm filming this, but this could resonate whenever. They're usually timeless. 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is the hermit. I've been a total hermit today, just a day where I just don't even leave the house, which most of the time, most days I do leave the house, unless I'm really guided not to. But it makes sense because I am the hermit, and it is the hermit energy. So, and 9s are also endings, spiritual leadership usually as well, spiritual transformation. I'm being guided to say today. I feel going inwards to really get your own answers and drowning out the noise of the world and of others. And so, yeah, there clearly is some kind of theme here about being able to say no. And because of the phone, the laptop volume was on, the telly volume was on. I think even the phone volume on my phone was on. So it's kind of like, can you see that? There is something here about, like you can't be silenced anymore. Either you cannot silence yourself with what you want to say, or you're standing up for yourself and saying no to who you need to say no to in your life, whether that is in a strong way of, look, well, you get to fuck, like, because sometimes it needs to be said. You don't need to say it like that, but sometimes it's not a coincidence or just a synchronicity of hearing something else like that. Whereas it's like, it's kind of like when you're dealing with, definitely if you're dealing with fuckery or toxic psychic energy attack, or God, where did that term come from, spirit? But that's what came out of my mouth. Just, like people that send you negative energy, you really do need to be like, look, fuck off. You're not welcome here. You know what I mean? But when it comes to dealing with actual people, even if that is the case as well, try and be polite about it. But sometimes people don't understand that, and you do have to assert a boundary in another way. And what I always say is, if it's gotten to that point, they must have really took the piss. Like, because I do truly believe most people are reasonable people. But again, when I said that, like, all my guys are like, no. It's a lot of people aren't. Let's get real here. Right. Anyway, so we're in we're leaving Capricorn moon. We're in, I think we are in Aquarius moon actually, because I can tell when I'm just kind of really, really zero fucks given, like even more so than usual, we're usually in Aquarius moon. So, because that's expect unexpected. So there's a theme about saying no. These fell on the floor, by the way. I said that in the video that cut off, so I'll just repeat it again. These cards, when I went to get a deck of cards, they all fell on the floor. So, and now my eyes are being drawn to a card that says have faith, but I can't be bothered getting it. But yeah, so there's a theme about, you know, needing to say no and choosing your friends wisely. These two cards, when they fell, loads of cards fell on the floor, but this one really drew my attention in. So, you know, that this for me is always about, this is people you're well aware of that you need to watch your back with, or it could be people that you're only just starting to like catch on that, this person doesn't have my best interest at heart, or they're a bit of a user, or, you know, whatever the thing is. So with that being said, make sure you are nurturing yourself first. Maybe lots of you have been guided to be in hermit mode there as well. Protect your energy, particularly those that are experiencing feeling, I mean, this can come with a range of different experiences, but like strong sacral energy, we'll call it that, strong sacral energy, whereas, you know, well, heightened creativity can be a perk of that, but just feeling really sensitive, you know, ladies out there, you might even find that you are approaching that time of the month, because a lot of ladies do seem to get their period on the new moon or the full moon, or both if you're unlucky. That's happened to me a few times. It's a very kind of witchy thing, that. But yeah, just lots of sexual energy in the collective, big time. I was just laughing about that with my friend. She's attracting lots of men, and but again, like I said, it's not always like attracting, it's not always attracting like whatever, you know, if you, yeah, what am I trying to say, it's not always like it's not always that, because I have experienced that, but I've also experienced like just people in general, you know, like just people at my energy, and like I've went on about this for weeks, but just kind of like, why all of a sudden are all these people that I haven't spoke to in years wanting to talk to me? Like, I'm a hermit, like I find it hard enough to catch up with people in my life as it is. Do you know what I mean? But it's because it's a strong, powerful energy that people are drawn to, and a lot of them won't even realize why. So it's your job to decipher, wait a minute, there's only so many hours in a day, there's only so much time in a day. Do I actually want to do this? And that's sacral energy. Like, and I've given this chat a lot, but Spirit must feel it's really needed, because again, it's going to come up for the next month with Pisces season. It's Pisces is kindness, unconditional love. It's soulmates, definitely twin flame stuff, and definitely with the, you know, with the heightened energy, conjunction energy, the 2-2 portal, all of this stuff. It is definitely very romantical energy, right? Romantical is my own word, but it's also like the shadow side of it can be confusion, illusion, deepest fears arising because it's a 12th house. It can be like, yeah, needing to face through some major fears, but also what was coming to me there, dreams. Oh my god, like, oh shit, like the dream I had last night was so real, I can't even. And then it was just, there was a few things in the dream that I was like, this is a dream. Yeah, because like when I was asking people in the dream stuff and then they weren't able to answer, that's what made me realize I was in a dream. So always weird when those kind of dreams happen. But yeah, just powerful, strong dreams that are happening at this time. And that's because I mean, this has happened to me since I was a kid, but I mean, that is part of being a shaman, this, but you know, but everybody dreams, but not everybody remembers their dreams. But Pisces is dreams, do you know what I mean? So that's why that'll be happening, along with the collective ascension that's going on with at the moment, obviously. But the reason nurture yourself first is coming up is because it's exhaustion, it's stress, it's you know, it's this house to do with mental health stuff. So just make sure that you are getting lots of rest, you know, looking after yourself. Pisces energy is very hermit-like, it is going inwards. And it's silence, you know, it's peace, it's stillness. And again, really with these energies, that is what we're all meant to be really making time for, a lot of that. no matter where you're at on your spiritual awakening ascension, we all need to continuously doing that. I've been meditating nonstop, and I don't usually meditate that much, guys. Usually I meditate when I go my walk, and I like to do a walking meditation, but I've been meditating a lot more than usual. So anyway, nurture yourself first. And so that goes with what I'm saying about if you are finding a lot of people coming to you, just make sure that like it's on your terms. Like, so people might want what you've got or to be around you, but like, does it excite you to be around them? Like, and I'm not talking about if like a genuine friend, somebody that has got your back, is needing help and they're feeling a bit shit. Like, that's different. Not everybody can feel be open to love. That's very Pisces as well. Not everybody feels great like at once, but I'm talking about like what I'm saying, like somebody that if they've been off the radar for ages, other than if it's your twin, I have to stress that. And that's really why, I suppose, because those of you that are resonating with that, like, yeah, with whatever's going on in each dynamic, you may need a lot of energy to be there for them. You know what I mean? And it's so just, you may not like divine masculines, or there's a bit of a split bunch. Like there's people that are not feeling so good. There's people that are in the middle, not being great, feeling stronger. And there's people that are about to rush in. So, only you're going to know where you're at if you are in divine masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. And only you're going to know, well, and if it's, anyway, you're going to know either way, because you can tune into your twin, basically, is what I'm saying. So be open to love. But I get where they're going with that. I was like, where are you going with that? But it's like, be open to love, but the right kind of love, not people that are using you. So that may even go for people that are still like, yes, but it said it in the way of making way for love with other people, in that way. You deserve more. If you if you allow yourself to not have the discipline to wait on what's worth it, and you'd get distracted by shiny object syndrome, it won't satisfy you, because it's like, that's what my guys have been talking to me about, well, for years really, but really strong lately with the work that I do with people, womb work for women, and just helping men get in touch with their feelings more. It really is that kind of that's a short-term satisfaction, and then you're left feeling a bit empty. So what is going on in the collective, and definitely the twin flames are part of that, is the reason for separation, and especially long separation, is so that men move more in, not just men and women move more into their heart space. And that's what the point of it is, if anyone is wondering, that there is a point to it. We just live in a world of instant gratification, and then in the end people are left feeling empty. I mean, there's loads of films where there's been huge separation periods, and you could see why, because it's like absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I've spoken about that before. I don't know why someone needed to hear it. Admit your vulnerabilities, and it, and then people know that actually, this is really worth it, and I've been away from it so long that now I know exactly what I want. Whereas maybe if you hadn't had that, people wouldn't be so sure, and then they'd always wonder, and then their eyes might wander. Whereas if there's been a big separation period, or even if there hasn't been such a big, just kind of, because sometimes it's just a case of a couple of years, but like I've explained before, that can feel like an eternity, especially if you had an actual relationship with someone or something. But it's all about that. It's about people being able to drop the mask and admit their vulnerabilities. And some people find that easier than others. So yes, it came back to say no. So that was clearly specifically for twin flames out there. So let's go into all of them are going to be, but it was more on the lovey side. So what have we got from the conversational cards? You came closer than anyone. Well, so far it's always the same cards that come out, but that is tying in with what I just said, that this is for sets of twins that had moments of being close and then pulling away again. You know what I mean? And then it would be like, when you get that close, the person would usually do a runner, because it's like, wow, I've just like totally been far too vulnerable. And that could be go for you and whoever else is involved. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Now, that's really interesting. Wow. I've seen a synchronicity about that earlier. What film was it? Oh, I know what one it was. That's one of my favourites. It was The Vow. I think it was. But I mean, like you say, that goes for all these kind of romantic films, but it's kind of like, and yeah, that whether it's divine feminine or divine masculine, it's both in truth, is that it's a lot of the time when someone is letting you go, what looks like rejection is they are letting you go because they don't feel like they're good enough. And everybody should resonate with that. If you're on this journey, you will have just put your twin on an absolute pedestal. And if you don't now, they'll be doing that to you. And then it balances out and you're like, oh my God, you're fucking amazing. And I'm fucking amazing. We're both fucking amazing. That's what you feel. But until that, oh, here's this one again. I will bury myself in work to forget you. So yeah, I mean, but will we pick one more and then we'll move on? I look everywhere for you. But again, signs, slapping people in the face. Right, anyway, one more. I left before you could leave me. Yeah, so this is about the vulnerabilities really is coming in there. About, yeah, that's what many people do. Even people that aren't twin flames, they do that. Right, so what else do you need to know for a general message, or it can continue whatever you want? Oh, it's continued, but because we've got Isis here, magic manifesting. Now, Isis, again, I connect very strongly with Isis energy. I'd imagine, well, I know that lots of you do out there as well. But yeah, this is about that sexual energy there again, like make sure you are protecting your energy, definitely your sexual energy, and definitely if you're sexually active with other people as well that aren't your twin, which lots of you will be. But it's kind of like that's where at this point in the journey, people that are tuning in to me, you really have to decide, do you want this love with your twin flame or not? Because the longer you do that, the longer you put a delay on things. And also, that's interesting that they're saying that, but people that are very tapped in, your twin can feel it as well. You know what I mean? It's really weird. Like they can feel when you are, they can feel when you are thinking about them, but they can also feel when that's going on as well. So just to be aware of that, twins. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. But that's just for people, like say, that are at that bit, because many twins on this journey, divine feminine or divine masculine, whatever you identify at, have been hermit mode and really focused on speaking to their twin flame. And it's just, yeah, that, like, you know, it's fear. That's what Spirit's saying. So look at this, Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. And that basically means they want to rediscover that lost part of themselves. And again, Isis and Osiris, you know. If you don't know, look it up. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship, harmony, and healing. That is what a lot of divine masculines want. And that is obviously what divine feminines want, but that's where a lot of people are. They're ready for it. You can want something all you want, but if you don't feel good enough, then you'll not do anything about it. But many sets of twin flames are almost ready. Because look at that, they're facing fear. And now, bear in mind, I just Spirit are sort of guiding me to say that, you know, I can't cater for everyone here. I like to say I'm not everybody's cup of, I'd rather be somebody's shot of whiskey than everyone's cup of tea, right? That's what I've said for years. And I just felt a lot of heat to my head there. But if you are nowhere near physical, or, you know, you feel like you're nowhere near physical reunion with your twin flame, just to apply this to you within yourself. Like, are you finding that you are focused on your goals and your dreams becoming a reality, and, you know, that you're retrieving the parts of yourself? Because people ask me all the time, like, when do you know when you've healed enough, or when do you know when you've had enough soul retrieval? And the answer is always the same: never. Like, it's like, I'll, you know, never be out of business there, because it's but again, not everybody's coming to me for a soul retrieval because they don't know that it's worth it. But it's kind of like Oh my God, that's totally got like a double meaning. Anyway, it can take a while to realize that you're worth it. There we go. That's a message for twin flames as well, isn't it? But yeah, there's something about continue to do soul retrieval, continue to heal yourself until you know your worth. And I have to stress this, if you've not heard me say this before, a lot of the reason why many twin flames keep seeing their twin flame as separate from them, and either like you have to one-upmanship. I've seen that before, or kind of playing games like, I'm going to not show how I really feel because they're not showing how they really feel. Listen, I've done that too, right? And the thing is like, that you're going to just go round and round and round in circles, because once you get it that your twin mirrors you, if you are always running away in fear, guess who else is always going to run away in fear? If you face your fears, guess who else will face their fears? And like you say, you can't guarantee that when you face a fear to do with them, they're going to face a fear to do with you, but it's highly likely. Sometimes you face a fear to do with a work goal, and then your twin flame could come in because it could be something that was stopping you. You know what I'm saying? But it is about people that resonate with this. You should be facing fears right now, your deepest fears, because that's what the 12th house is. And then when we get into Aries season, which isn't too far away, beginning the astrological year, it will also be about being brave and bold and taking action. But right now, lots of people don't have too much energy. But when it's time, it's time. And like you say, Pisces is magical, miracles. What I've really felt my guide saying for the twin flame collective out there, the ones that are nearing the end of a journey of being alone, and like you say, whatever that means, like, because some of you could like talk through messages or video calls or the phone, and so you might have to do that if you live in different countries or whatever. You might, even if you don't, you might have to do that for a while to get used to one another again. Some of you may also definitely not do that, because the Kundalini, the fire, the sacral energy will be overtaken, and that won't be happening. You know what I mean? You won't want to stay away. But whatever's going on there, whatever's going on there, it's about facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Right. What else do you need? Oh yeah, because I need to go and get my tea out of the oven. New beginnings, because new beginnings are coming. That's also the energy of Aries. So even if you're not quite at that bit now, or your twin's not quite that bit, but isn't that interesting that my friend just sent a message, right? As I said, some people won't be able to stay away. That means messages coming in. That means phone calls. For those of you that they know where you live, it's turning up at the door. So again, that's what they were trying to say to me. Don't be in expectation. And I know that can be hard. That can even confuse me sometimes about visualizing the end goal, but not expecting it, because you think, well, it's the same thing, but it's visualize the end goal of something when you've set aside time to do that, but then fucking let it go. That's how miracles happen. Because actually, when you've got a high expectation of something happening and it doesn't happen, that's when you're left really disheartened and quite gutted. So, just be open, and just be chill, do your own thing. And for those of you that are at that bit, the new beginnings are coming. Like say, it's either very soon or not too far away anyway. Right. So, and talent. And again, when you share your talent, if you're a twin flame, and most of you are that are going to be watching this, unless you've randomly stumbled across it, but if you're not a twin flame, you'll be a starseed. And whoever you are, like I always say, you will have a healing gift of some kind. You've got a talent. Are you sharing it? If you're not, you're keeping your twin flame journey far away from you. And when you commit to your sharing your gifts, talents, experience, and the way that you came in here as a soul wanting to, commitment of another kind comes in. Commitment with your mirrored soul. Beauty. And then you can enjoy the beauty of the next part of your journey. Powered animals. This has got animals on it, but I feel it's about the wolf being significant there. And if you're new here, the wolf is one of my power animals. And I feel this one, career. Yeah, so there strongly is here. So it's like Spirit are wanting to cover a bit of the people that are near in union or perhaps in union, and you're like, yeah, Claire, this has just happened, or about you feel it's going to happen, whatever it is. But some of you are at the career bit, you know that that's not anywhere near because you've not committed fully to sharing what it is you're here to share. Perhaps you don't even know. And again, if you don't know, that's what I help people do, right? And talking of Starseeds, this is my favourite card in this deck, Warrior Woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Now that speaks to both energies that I've picked up on here. That speaks to those of you in the romantical part that need to take action towards your twin. If you're getting all the signs that it's time to do it, because you're always going to be afraid. And in Pisces season, you're going to be really afraid. If you really are that afraid, you can wait till Aries. But again, do you want to allow the astrology to dictate your life that much? Again, I've shared before that sometimes I'll be like, I'll do it in the new moon, I'll do it in the full moon. And sometimes I can still do that. But you know when you know, basically. So if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Whether it's to do with love or another area of your life, career. We the Halfers, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Again, new beginnings. There's new beginnings wanting to come in here. And for some of you, it is the right time. For some of you, it's nearly the right time. And if it's nearly the right time, who or what is triggering you? Look at that. Do the shadow work. That it's all coming together. You're getting the intuitive hits about that, the downloads, the soul tribe, you're attracting, as well as attracting psychic attack here and there, because it is part of being on this path. Sorry about that. You're also attracting people of like-minded energy and real resonance. And look at this. And that's where we came from, guys. That's where I came from with my blue dressing gown on as well. But I believe that's where many of you will resonate with as well. Blue. I wondered why I was using this deck. Activate your healing power. And it's also a 1, new beginnings. So this is a strong, strong energy of new beginnings here. Right, let's read this. So it's the picture. I want that to be the thumbnail. And blue is energy of truth. Ah, yes. And I did start by saying that I felt an energy of not being able to hold your truth in anymore. Blue can assist you to activate your healing powers and increase vitality. It has a calming effect when people feel nervous, manic, or overexcited. That fits with the sacral energy, and I can feel that in my head. Blue contains antiseptic qualities which help to heal burns, stop bleeding, and relieve fevers. Blue can also help with soothing nerves, irritations, and increase your metabolism. Use the blue sword of light to assist you in healing your body. And remember, because of activating the light codes and shamanic healing, Reiki, whatever, it's just healing to me. This will, this is an act. It's always an activation whenever I'm using my voice to do anything, but with this actually being about activating healing, don't be surprised if you really do feel a shift there, and let us know in the comments so that people know how real distance healing is. So imagine you have a blue sword of light, and actually I'm gonna do it in my own way because it's to get you in the zone. So I want you to close your eyes, as long as you're not driving. If you're driving, turn me off right now, please, because I do put people into a trance. You might not go into a trance that easily, but don't take that chance. Just turn me off. Watch it later when you're going to sleep or something. And yes, it sinks into your subconscious. When you fall asleep to it, you still get the healing. So close your eyes, breathe in, telling yourself to relax, and breathing out, telling yourself release. And breathe in, telling yourself to relax, and breathe out, giving yourself permission to release. And I want you to imagine you have a blue sword of light. At the sharpest point of the sword, there is a blue star of light, which has incredible healing power. When the star touches any area of your body that is sick, it begins to dissolve the sickness out of your body. Use the blue sword of light to relieve fevers, stop any bleeding, and heal burns. Also use the blue ray of light to clear skin problems That's interesting. I've had quite a few people that have been coming to me with that. So listen to the words here. Divine sword of light, heal, purify, and regenerate this area. So you could also use that if you feel like you're getting some kind of psychic attack, or you're needing to cut the cords with people that are too much in your energy. Like I was saying, that is lack of boundaries. That happens in this Pisces season. Happens all the time, but stronger in Pisces season. Repeat this statement several times for about 2 minutes until you feel better. And imagine touching the part of your body which is sore with the blue star, which is at the tip of the sword. And I'm just laughing because if you've heard me say about my past life regression, I said that I was a blue star. So that's interesting. So anyway, and if you're interested in your starseed origin or past life regression of any kind, you can book a session to do that. I love doing those sessions. But for now, guys, I'm going to go and get my tea because I've been talking for ages. So I really hope that it served you. I might not be in as chatty mode really for the next few weeks as we get stronger into Pisces season, because like that's where my heavy Pluto energy is. It's, you know, very about retreating, and I'm really being guided to just, well, I've been retreating anyway, being off the other social media, but I'm being guided to just focus on the clients that I've got and my own stuff. But I feel I will be, like, let's face it, I will be back on a live stream soon, but it might just sort of be just once a week now rather than all the time, because so I can preserve and protect my energy a little bit and get my health back on track and be raring to go for Aries season. But anyway, wherever you're at, if you want to book a live or recorded session, then use the booking schedule, and I'll see you soon. See you later, guys.